Okay, so follow up to the reviewing double XP plans video. When I made the video, I asked around some people saying, is it a good idea? I don't want to be in a situation where I get 2 comments and that was it. 10 was the number I was aiming for. And between the 2 videos, we got 120 comments, which is insane. With a good, I'd say at least 110 of them were all double XP plans, and I cannot go through all of them. If I did it to the quality I wanted to do, it would take 10 minutes at least for each one, and that would be 18 hours in total, which I just cannot afford that amount of time. So I've picked 15, and I've done some in more detail than others as it starts to repeat itself a little bit. So if there is anyone here that still wants plans reviewed, leave them in the comments. Let's aim for 75 likes on this video to show that there is some kind of interest. If it doesn't get anywhere near that, oh no, there's not a huge amount of interest. So I'll move on to another video for tomorrow morning just before double XP starts. I'd say good 50% of the comments left out like time played or GP to spend or something vital, which doesn't give me enough information. If you're aiming for 99 but can only play 5 hours this weekend and then saying what skill do I train, well, if you leave one of those pieces of information out, it's very hard to give advice. The only other option is people watching the video might be kind enough to scroll through the comments and give you a couple of tips on your plans. So first off, we're going to start with Justin Douglas, or RSN Wiki Whoa. So let's have a look at his stats. Also, the website I'm using is maxcape.com. People asked for that in the comments as well. It's really good actually. You can change it so you can do like, I don't know, say he's aiming for 80s, this guy. You can see how close he is to all 80s, all 90s, comp cape. It's an amazing website, so people were asking, that's it solved. So Wiki Whoa is aiming for 99 Herblore and he's got 200 mil to spend, and his method is super magics then extremes. This is a perfect example of a comment that really doesn't need too much added to it. So he's already doing the best method to 88 Herblore. There's a lot of people who are looking at doing like Sarah Brews or other potions, but to get to 88 from the level you can start super magics, do them. They are the best method for it. But this guy's got the plans sorted. There's very little I can add to that. If he has 200 mil, he's probably going to spend most of that on Herblore, but he could then go into other buyables. If we look at his levels, there are a lot of buyables he can still go for. Prayer, he's got 95, so maybe, I'm guessing he's looking at going into PVM. He probably needs to look at summoning next. But from making overloads, if he does it all through double XP, then he will make 500 hours worth of overloads, which is insane. If he did like overloads at bosses and average 5 mil an hour, he would get 2.5 bill back by the time he's gone through those overloads. So huge return on investment, and shows why overloads are so worth it. The next one is Age of Law. So let's have a look at his stats. You just type it in here or copy and paste, and then the stats will come up. So he's looking alright, and what is his plan for the double XP weekend? He wants to start Invention. He's only got 11 mil, method varies, but again, stuff like this, it doesn't say his time played or anything like that, so, or long-term goal. So a bit more could be added, but I have gone through this one anyway because I feel like I can give some tips on this one. So, he wants to start Invention and has 11 mil, so he has 79 Divination, wherever I can find it. Divination, there we go. So I said for this one, just train it through caches. There's no point in training Divination in double XP. That should take, what's he got left to do till next level? 35k till next level? That's going to take like 1 cache, maybe 2. He's actually trained that since this morning, so he's making gains before double XP. So yeah, literally, I just said train through caches, and that would take him 10 minutes, and it was going to take him 4 caches, I think, earlier, or 3. For Smithing's Artisan, is going to be really fast XP. You'd need to make 338 Advent Burial Armor level 3 if you follow the lessons. This is going to cost you 3.14 mil at the current price. Alternatively though, I did have a bit of a look into this. You can make Mithril 2-hand swords. You need to make 1,689, and you need 3 myth bars for each sword. With the price of myth bars being at 1,250, it costs 3,750 to make the sword. But then you can sell it back to the GE for 3,000 GP, meaning the sword costs 750 GP to make. This method would cost you 1.266 mil, and I actually tested this method with 0 boost, no portable forge, no beast of burden, and I got 160k XP per hour, meaning it would be fairly easy to gain over 200k an hour doing this with a beast of burden, portable forge and other boosts. So during a double XP weekend, this will be about 400k an hour, and it'll only take him an hour to level up. And crafting, he had 208k XP to level 80, so I just said make blue dragonhide bodies as they are cheaper than red. And joining double XP, he'll get 660k XP per hour, so it's only going to take him like 20 minutes. You need to craft 453 when using a portable forge, and this is going to cost him 1.5 mil. Alternatively, if you did want to spend no money at all, he could use the harp at Briff, which is AFK. Join double XP will be about 100k XP an hour. So summarising his plans, div caches, I would say 40 mins max. Obviously that's gone down to like 10 minutes now. Smithing, 1 hour costing 1.266 mil. Making mithril 2 hand, and crafting 20 mins ish costing 1.5 mil. Okay, so Amadar S, plans long term, maxing all skills. Little bit of a way to go. Plan for the weekend, 84, 85 herb, 80 crafting, 80 smithing for invention. Some agility, farming, summoning, maybe div levels. What is his div actually? 52, so he's still got a long way to go to unlock invention. Currently GP to work with, 1.6 million. Wants to kill God Wars dungeon bosses and get into bossing more. I think this is what a lot of people over double XP weekend are looking to do. And what I've seen from quite a few of the comments as well is they're all looking to start invention like ASAP before they've even got overloads or 95, 92 prayer. So what did I say for Ahmed? So unfortunately to train Bibles, you need a lot of cash. In the reality of it, 1.6 mil isn't going to make any kind of a dent into like a viable progress here. So looking at your stats, 76 Herblore, flick back on, 76 Herblore, 84 range. What I would recommend is try and make some money, even during double XP, to get your Herblore to 83, and you can boost it to 85 using a God Banner to make super anti-fires. And then any spare cash, put it into summoning, level that up, and after double XP, I'd train your range through Slayer. And then once range is a bit higher, what is it now? 84, 87. If you can get up to 30 mil, a decimation bow, I think you can buy 87. They're a really good option, really strong for the price actually. Or Shadow Glaze are a cheaper option. You can go and kill QBD. QBD is great money per hour. I really do like it. It was the first boss I got into because it's just, you go in, you kill one boss, you can bank in that. It's not like you have to run back to a God Wars dungeon and get KC again. So obviously it's like 6 mil or higher at high levels, but for him, he's going to get a kill, have to bank, kill or 2, bank again. And basically, he's going to get 2 to 4 mil an hour because he's going to get so many kills, but it's still very much worth it and a really good boss to start bossing with. Using portable wows, it's going to take him 3,195 super magic potions to get to 83 Herblore, with a current cost of 254 GP per potion once you sell it back onto the GE. This is going to cost of 1.6 mil, which is perfect. And then put the rest of your GP either to continue in to level Herblore or switch to summoning. If you can make some good cash over the next couple of days, then really just plow money into Herblore. If you can get that up to like, even extremes are good, but if you can get that up to overloads, that would be amazing for the weekend. But again, unfortunately he didn't put how much time he was going to be playing. No, he didn't, so I don't know how much time he's got to make money. So it's details like that we were lacking. The super magic potions are going to be like 730k an hour over double XP weekend. So it's roughly going to him 1.5 hours to make them. But yeah, everyone, I would say if you're looking to get into bossing and are really struggling for money, don't even worry about invention. You know, overloads and prayer are so important, especially when starting out. You know, we didn't have invention until, what, a year ago or something like that. People were killing bosses long before then without that stuff. So, and the thing with invention as well is you have to put a lot of money into it before you start getting the good perks, and it's actually worth doing. So really don't worry about invention because it's very expensive to train. So focus on Herblore and prayer first. Right, next we had Dr. Optimus. Here we go. Right, Dr. Optimus. Goal 99 fishing, 90 mining and 96 summoning. Plan in order: at level 90 training Menaphos with a full Fury Shark and Fishomatic. So he's got fishing sorted out, he's got all the bonuses there. Mining Menaphos, summoning is at 88, he's got 900k bonus XP already, which is insane. So he's going to make some huge gains there. And he's got a whopping 230 mil to spend. So let's have a look. Check where he is. Oh, I think this is the guy I couldn't find on high scores actually. Yes, it is. Okay. So I couldn't find him on the high scores for some reason, but I would say get summoning done first and out the way. That really won't take long if you do it first, and then you don't have to spend the whole weekend going like, oh, I've still got to train summoning. You've got it out of the way. You can focus on the 2 skills if you choose to stick with your plans. But I like to get a couple of skills out of the way, and then I could just be like, right, I'm going to focus on fishing for the rest of the weekend. I would recommend screwing the Menethos mining and use Crystallize if you have it. If not, go back to Menethos. But if you've got Crystallize, use that instead. It's a lot faster XP, and once you get to 89 mining, obviously switch to Seren stones. But fully optimized at Granite, you can gain over 300k an hour here, and I believe Menethos is about 170k per hour. So that's a pretty big difference, and fishing, that's fine. I would personally do that last. Even if you don't get 99 this weekend, you can AFK and Priff from level 93, whereas until you get to 89 mining, it's not AFK at all. And obviously, summoning is a must over double XP. Just follow the wiki for what charms to use on, and it's super useful. You've got 230 mil to spend. Like, the amount that can get you in buyables, probably over double XP taking into consideration inflation, probably about 450, 500 million buyables right there you can spend it on. So 100%, get some buyables done. Let's have a look at your skills. Oh, we can't we? This was my issue, yeah. So what I would do for you then is summoning first, get any buyables out of the way, get mining to 90, and then do fishing. Alright, so we've now got Benelus 17. Let's have a look at him. Here we go. So, his plan for the weekend: 90 crafting, 99 Herblore, 95 prayer, and 85 dungeon. He's got a bit of a plan together already. He's already bought Herblore and crafting. I think he's got 50 mil to spare. That's how I've interpreted it. And his methods are portables for Herblore, cleansing stone for prayer. So obviously I'm going to guess someone going for PVM. So 96 Herblore he's at, so I'm guessing he's just prepped overloads and they're ready to just like smash them out in a couple of hours. And he's bought the supplies for that. And also going for 90 crafting, he's 80 here, but has supplies for that and a plan for that as well. And also it's going for 85 dunge. So like I said, guessing he wants to get into PVM, and the key ingredient he's missing for PVM, summoning. A pack yak and a Nihil and a steel titan will change your life, so focus on summoning. I'm sure you've got charms available with, you know, max defense, all those combat levels are pretty high, so I'm going to assume you've got some charms to use them ASAP, and that will help massively. And prayer, for those unaware, the prayer I've always thought, Gilded altars aren't times 8, they're only times 4 still on double XP weekend, so what's the point? But cleansing crystals, Jesus Christ, they are the absolute boy on double XP weekend. Honestly, they're amazing. So currently it's best to do it when the hours are available. The I think it's called the Voice of Seren is on the prayer bonus. When it's on the prayer bonus, GP per XP training prayer is 9.5 GP and it's 350,000 XP an hour. So during double XP, it's actually cheaper per XP than Dragon Bones, and they're at 4.25 GP per XP as opposed to Dragon Bones' 4.83 GP per XP. But then on top of that, Frost Dragon Bones are so much faster than normal Dragon Bones. But Cleansing Crystals, which are cheaper than the Dragon Bones, are even faster than Frost Dragon Bones on double XP at about 700k an hour. So prayer, anyone needs to do it, 100% worth doing over double XP weekend using this method. But don't use Gilded Altars or anything else because that isn't doubled. Next we've got YTB Genesis. I'm not sure. His goal's to max. He's got 100 mil and he's going to finish his last 2 Bibles this weekend to do as much skilling as he can. Time 72 hours, no lifing. Gonna guess 72 hours is a joke. If not, fair play, my man. Solid dedication to the game. So he's looking to get rid of his last 2 buyables, which are smithing and construction. Pretty simple here, ready man. Smithing, you could do Artisan's Workshop. This method would require 6,277 burial armors to be made, adamant that is. It would cost 50 mil and take roughly 15.5 hours. Or you could make adamant plate bodies, which are 6.2 GP per XP when using the efficiency scroll and portable forge. You will need to make around 11.3 thousand of these and it will take around 10 hours, costing 40 mil. So either way, almost half your budget goes onto smithing before we start construction. But construction's 93, so it's a little bit cheaper. Construction wise, a fast method would be making flats on prawn brokers. You need to make 2,605 of these, which would take you 20,843 mahogany logs, costing 47 mil. So coming in on your budget, this would take roughly 2 to 3 hours. And you're also going to have a huge amount of playtime left at the end of this. Once you get that smithing out of the way and construction, I'd say easily done day 1, maybe day 2, so you can focus on your other skills like hunter. I'd probably, if I were you, I'd be doing rune crafting because I hate rune crafting with a passion. Possibly dunge actually, it depends. Oh no, dunge is 99, it's just because it goes to 120. Sick. On to the next one. Right, next guy is Tim Hunt's Clues. Goals: 99 construction, 99 summoning, 99 thieving, couple mil for farming, and he's also spent 150 mil on supplies already. So people like this have already got a plan pretty solid together. And if you look at his levels, he's already 98 summoning, so 99 is going to take like 20 minutes if that. So I just get summoning out of the way as soon as double XP starts. Construction wise though, he's only 80. So he's going to need 39,000 mahogany logs, and it's going to cost him 80 mil, leaving him 62 mil to spend. And I would say there's a lot of people training thieving. I don't know if I'm just weird and like it, but I think thieving is a really fast skill. It's AFK once you get to Prif. Why waste double XP on it? It doesn't cost any money either, and it's just the easiest one. Like, I'd much rather train agility on double XP than thieving, but anyway. So I'd scrap thieving completely, as it's AFK off double XP. Then focus on a buyable of your choice. You've got 62 mil to spend, so you can even do a couple of buyables a decent amount anyway. And then once you're out of money, focus on training a slow skill. Like I said, agility, rune crafting, mining. But yeah, just focus on a different skill. Thieving's really good, man. Leave that till gone double XP. This is a great comment. There's nothing I could add to this. This is an example of someone who's on top of double XP. So this is what your plan, if you're really training hard, should look something as organised as this. So he's going for 92 prayer to 99 prayer and 80 to 99 summoning. Cost 57.6 mil. He's gathered 306 cleansing crystals exactly. It's going to take him 11 hours to burn through for 6 mil XP at a cost of 33 mil. Look how organised this guy is. He's even listed the charms he's going to make. He's going to burn through 5k charms an hour. That's fantastic. We are fantastic. Right, so next up is Musty. He's got a very common plan of basically prepping for bossing and invention. So he's got protein, memories and bar shoes, wants to get 85 fletching and get overloads, get close to unlocking invention and use up 2k Silverhawk feathers. Got 150 mil. He's going to do Herblore, Sour Brews and Extremes. Switch that straight away, actually, I'll get to that. Long term goes a tier 92 weapon in order to do high level bossing more efficiently. And there we go, he's got a minimum of 24 hours, can make some massive gains with 24 hours. So for Herblore, I'd recommend doing Super Magics over Sour Brews straight away till 88. I think that'll save you money, definitely. Super Magics is definitely like the ultimate when it comes to the cost and the XP per hour. I'd then say obviously use your proteins, but leave fletching till last and scrap the Silverhawks. Look at his stats now. He's 77 agility, so the Silverhawks, the cost per GP is going to be absolutely massive and just not worth it. I'm starting at 80, I think, and that isn't even worth it. You need to be like 85, 90 for it to actually be worth it. And you're quite far off max, so I assume that's what you want 85 fletching for. So he's going for 85 fletching. I assume that's something to do with max. I'd definitely say leave that till last. 85 fletching isn't going to matter if you get it this double XP or in 6 months time. You won't be maxed by then. It's a nice bonus, but definitely not necessary. Before you get that, obviously get 80 smithing and 80 crafting for your invention unlock. And just do div through caches as you're only 64 there. And then make sure to use up all your blue and crimson charms on double XP as well. And then focus on it as a skinning Bible. So like I said, leave fletching till last and focus on stuff like farming. If you go RSN Frozen Dragon, he's going from 83 to 88 herb for extremes, making super magics. Got the right idea there. 88 to 95 prayer on Seren Stones and spending all my cash and no steel goals. Still got Camel Staff and look at the dwarves. My advice here is don't stop at 88 herb. There's no point really having extremes. You might as well go for overloads. If it does mean you have to sell one of these, I'd 100% go for it, and make sure you get to 94 Herblore so you can boost to overloads. Now next we've got Marty. Goal maxing 150 mil to spend, and here we go, look at this. Thieving again. People love to train a bit of thieving, don't they? Silverhawks to finish off agility. Agility, what is it? 98, oh, it's 100% worth it. Use Silverhawks, you can get that easy, and the cost per XP will be pretty low actually. Thieving and fishing, why does he want to train thieving during double XP? I'd definitely say make sure you get your farm runs in, but dude, you've got 150 mil. Spend some money on construction, get that level up, that's a buyable. You've got buyables of smithing, crafting, fletching, 150 mil to spend, put some money in there. And you also wanted to train some fishing, I'd say just get that to 93 over the weekend, then again AFK it from there. But yeah dude, 150 mil, get some buyables in and then go on to training your slower skills. Thieving again, at 81 you can do Menethos Thugs, which are like about your level, about 200 to 300k an hour once you unlock like as a bonuses like the RD cape and stuff like that. So yeah man, get those Bibles done. Right, next is Skadaz, and basically what are his stats? He wants summoning 60 to 86, mage 85 to 99, to use all his charms with 2 portable deposit boxes, and after that training mage or something cheap ideas because I don't have money left to spend. He's got 36 hours though, which is decent amount of time. What's that, 12 hours a day? Yeah, 12 hours a day. So good move in summoning, very important to train that, get that out of the way first. But after that he's going to be low on cash. He wants to get 99 magic, so what I would probably do at your level is, where's his stats? He only has, it's pretty new to the game, he's only got 43 at Herblore. So I'd maybe train magic through your Slayer, which is 91, which is good anyway, and make cash. Then go back and train your Herblore, get that as high as possible over the weekend. You've got 36 hours. If you could get this into the high 80s or 90s, that would be insanely good for double XP. I tend to avoid combat stats on double XP as I started bossing. I mean, you got 99 range, nearly 90 magic. Like, I started bossing at 90 combat stats, and then I got my combat stats to 99 through bossing. You definitely don't need 99 to start bossing. It's just a bit of a benefit really. So I wouldn't really worry about getting your magic up over double XP. It will just trade naturally as you train like Slayer and then go bossing as well. Cordis, this is another example of a great plan. Goal all this junk, 95 smithing through corrupted ore during Trehan hour, 92 construction through driftwood pawnbrokers, he's planned it out as well, 99 thieving. I really don't get the appeal of getting this thieving through double XP, it's mad to me. I think it genuinely is thieving, just one of my more favoured skills. Cleansing crystals, yep, solid, 99 Herblore through extreme potions overload, and 95 cooking through sharks. Solid plan, GP 12. But yeah, very, very good plan. I'm assuming he's bought the supplies already for most of that stuff because he's not going to get 22,000 teak plants for 12 mil. I don't think anyway. Or he won't be able to train prayer additionally. Top Wolf, knock out whatever level 75s I can for Prif requirements. Then get Soul Split when I aim for GP 10 mil. Free ball in that shit. Used limited cash supplies to knock out hopefully 85 summoning, 80 smithing. Okay, I'd say if you goal this Prif, don't train to 80 smithing with limited money because you only need 75 for Prif, so don't worry about that. I'd say use what other limited money. You have to focus on the other Prif buyables. So what I think Prif has got crafting, smithing, constructions 1, hunters 1. Just focus on getting all those to 75 rather than 1 to 80. And then once you're out of money, grind out some of the other skills. Definitely agility is the one I hate the most. Go for agility and then maybe other skills that suck. So I think hunter you need to get to 75 and mining to 75 as well. So get your Bibles out of the way first and then train the skills you like the least. So next is 2 Pow, I'm going to say his name is. Where is he? 2 Pow, yeah. So goal is 80 crafting, 80 smithing to unlock invention, 80 Herblore and 80 divination, 80 prayer. Then what I can do to get as many skills to 90. GP 250 mil, that's insane. And to unlock Prif and invention. So if you're going for Prif, there's no point training these skills to 80. I suppose if you are divination, you shouldn't be training during double XP, but go for 80 actually for these, sorry, because you're going for invention as well. Get these all out of the way first. I'd say get all your Bibles. You've got 250 mil to spend, man. I am going to assume, looking at your stats, I've got a gear up, so maybe just get those to 80. Focus on your div stats. Focus on your stats for Prif, and then gear up after that. But yeah, get some Bibles out of the way. You've got a lot of XP you can gain, a huge amount of levels actually you can gain. But Bibles first, then on to skills you hate like agility. Divination 62, just train that through caches, leave it for the weekend. Summoning and Herblore obviously keys as well if you're looking to get into PVM. You could Probably you could 99 Herblore if you really wanted to, and it would be a very good one to get out of the way. Right, Andy J, he's got 94 Herblore as his goal to boost for overloads and unlocking Prif. Just need 75 construction, agility and dungeoneering, GP 25 mil. And what are his stats like? Herblore 86, so he's not too far off actually, but 25 mil might be a bit close, especially if doing the overloads method. Because he's got 2 levels before he can make extremes, and from 88 to 89 he's 6.3 mil alone. That's just making magic potions, and they're almost half as cheap as attack potions. I think he's got the perfect plan here though, is go for overloads first, then go on to construction, and then go on to agility and dunge. But what I would say is try and make some money, get that Herblore to 94, and then try and make some more money, get to construction. And if you have to train agility off double XP, you're not too far off, so that would be my advice for you. In dungeoneering, get sinkholes and daily challenges done, and that'll be 75 in no time. I feel like I've covered a large amount of plans, and there's only so many times I can say, drain Bibles first, go for Prif, don't level over 75 if that's what you're aiming for, go for your Herblore, your summoning if you're looking to get into PVM, and don't forget getting Prayer to 92, 95 will be good. Also, HUD thieving, I'm not sure where everyone's going for that, I personally wouldn't. And then also invention, if you're like a low level, like I'd class this guy as a semi-low level. Obviously he's not going for it, but don't just push for invention just because it looks good. People did bossing before invention came out. You'll be able to do bossing without invention. That should be one of the latest skills to level up, I think. So anyway, subscribe for more vids. I'll have one out tomorrow and possibly one more tonight. Like I said, like the video if you do want to see another one of this. I definitely want to do it as more detailed like the ones I did at the start. But obviously there were so many comments, so it's just like, damn, I've got to get this video out. But yeah, 75 likes and I will do some more in detail ones like I did for the first few. See you tomorrow.